You know, there's a lot of talk about the stock market peaking these days, and for those of you who are more conservative and becoming a bit more cautious of the stock market, my next guest is here to explain how you can get reasonable yield with safety. I'm here with Thomas Bruckner, CEO of Strategic Asset Conservation, and we're talking about how he can help you. So, Tom, let's talk about this, the ideal investment platform. We all want to know what it is, right?
Right.
What does it look like, and what does it involve?
Well, when we poll our seminar audiences at the beginning of a seminar, they'll typically give us a list of things that they like. So everybody's looking for high yield.
Okay, of course.
What's interesting is they're also looking for safety at the same time. So they're comfortable with something reasonable. They don't need to hit home runs anymore, but they're comfortable with a reasonable rate of return. You know, 5, 6, 7, 8%. They'd be thrilled with that.
Why does the safety portion of it surprise you?
Well, it doesn't actually. I think it surprises stockbrokers a lot more.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So there's a list that we compile at the beginning of these seminars. It usually includes things like high yield, safety, tax advantages. That's important. Anybody who's ever probated an estate, like of their parents, would say, geez, probate avoidance is big. You know, get me some of that, right?
Right.
Everybody needs liquidity, you know, and income. Diversification. And the ability to reallocate, meaning that when the market changes, they can change with it. You know, when they can zig when it zigs and zag when it zags.
Absolutely, makes the perfect sense. Well, so many people, when I want to go back to liquidity for just a moment, it kind of equates with safety for me at the same time. Let's talk about that, because having access to our own money is so important to so many people. What is a good nest egg? What is a reasonable amount of liquidity, in your opinion, for us?
You know, advisors have been juggling this for years, and what I tell people is it's usually 3 months of expenses. You know, so whatever that is. For some people that's $20,000. For some people that's $80,000. Some of it too depends on your children. You know, are your adult children in a place in life where they may be calling to borrow money? Yeah. You know, I mean, we've been there, done that.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's important.
Yeah. Okay. So you have talked a lot about simplicity. And what that means. There are so many different products and companies out there always trying to sell us something that they say is easy for us. And the yield is high, and you know, listing all of those and answering all of those that are on your list. Where does your expertise come in helping and guide your clients?
Well, the simplicity part is really important. That's usually the biggest one. At our seminars, I ask people, you know, as we age, do we prefer simplicity or complexity? Right? And everybody chuckles because nobody ever says complexity unless they're an engineer. You know? And then they'll raise their, and then I know who they are. Right?
Exactly.
But simplicity is important. What we've seen, Terry, is that in every marriage, there's a portfolio manager and then there's a less involved spouse. Okay? And when that portfolio manager has a medical event later in life, you know, a stroke at 74, whatever, could be a fall, broken hip, whatever, it's usually she, inherits his complexity. So if he was a trader, all of a sudden now, you know, she's dealing with all of the issues of family caregiving, and 2 months later, their next quarterly statement arrives in the mail. And she suddenly realizes, she looks at page 19 of 31 and says, oh my God, this is on me now. So what we encourage our clients to do is to simplify before the medical event. You know, the reality is, you know, if you're 75 years old, you shouldn't have 85% of your money at risk in the market. It just shouldn't be.
Well, that's actually where you come in, simplifying it for us and for anybody. And here's the opportunity. You can learn more about how Tom's services work and how you can get a ton of information from them. You can also go to their website. You can go to go2night.com. You can also call for a complimentary consultation. They're certainly happy to sit down and talk with you. Their number is 480-661-6800. Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.